Hey guys, I'm live from Zagreb, Croatia now. I'm in my favorite cafe, Amelie Cafe. I actually used to live in Croatia in 2017 here in Zagreb, and I was teaching English here for a while. And now I'm a little bit sick, have a cold, but I'm happy and I have a chance to come back, and I'm drinking a favorite coffee shop called Amelie Cafe. And basically I'm going to spend 4 days here. I'm going to spend 4 days just touring and, going around, taking some photos, visiting some old friends, vlogging a little bit so I can show you the main beauty of this place. It's really an amazing city. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here in Croatia. So enjoy the video and I will get back to you a little bit later. Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jelacic Square, which is the main square of Zagreb. You can't see it very well today because, as you see, there's like a fair going on, some kind of food fair actually. They have like tons of food and there's lots of people out today. It's so shocking because it's actually a Monday here, but it looks more like a weekend. That's something I really noticed about Zagreb. Pretty much all throughout the week the main square is full of people, packed. Everybody's in the coffee shop. Yeah, it's like sometimes I'm wondering, like, when do Zagreb people work, because they're always out, like, pretty much at all times of the day, basically. I remember these stairs so well. When I used to live in this area, I used to walk up these stairs and down every day to get to work. And I would always see the statue of this woman up here that we're coming up to now. I'm not sure who she is, but she was very, very famous. She would always carry a basket of something on her head, and she lived for a long time, and they made a statue of her. It's pretty cool. And now we've come to the part where they have their farmers market. As you can see, every morning there's a lot of people selling fruits, vegetables, you name it. They're selling it. This is a really good place to get your organic produce here, and it's not very expensive either. It's like 1 kilogram is like 5 for grapes, and the currency here is called the kuna, and I think it's about maybe 4 to 1 with the euro, so it's a little bit like the Serbian dinar. I'm not sure which one is stronger and which one is weaker, but it's not that expensive if you come, especially if you want to buy organic produce from the locals. So as you can see, there's people out. It doesn't really seem like it's a Monday morning. It's like nobody's really working. Like, do people actually work in this city? Sometimes that's what I ask. Because everybody's at the coffee shop, as you can see. So, very strange, but it is what it is. I always love this city. And as you can see, if we go over here, we can see a lot of amazing things made out of wood. And this little flea market is here like every single day. Like, I can't remember, maybe days when it's really like snowy and rainy, it's not here. But usually it's here. Like when I was living here and came this way every day, I would always see this little market out here. I've always loved these things, they just bob up and down. They're good kind of wind catchers that you can buy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So there's lots of tourists out today too. You can see more of these. I've always loved these. Yeah, so it's now we're continuing on. And now we've come to the Creme de la Creme. This is like the main Catholic Church of Zagreb. Unlike in Serbia, where they're mostly Orthodox, here they're very Catholic. So basically the churches here are Catholic, and this is the most famous one in the entire country. As you can see, it's under a little repair. 2 years ago when I was living here, it was that right side was still under repair. They haven't finished it yet. I guess maybe they don't have anything in the budget for it. But yeah, it's still being repaired. But as you can see, we're going to get a little bit closer to the church. So yes, this is one of the main attractions. They also, as you can see on this side, they also have a lot of restaurants and bars. And I've eaten at a couple of these restaurants. I've had pizza, I think either this one here, or I think the one next to it. I'm not sure, but they have some great pizza here, ladies and gentlemen, if you come, because they're very influenced by Italy. So they have some awesome pizza. More souvenir shops and etc. The city hasn't changed that much from when I was here 2 years ago. It looks almost the same. This is the Cathedral Square, and basically, yeah, there's the same shops and restaurants. It doesn't seem to be a lot of new stuff that's here, but it's a really quiet, quaint little city if you want to come and really kind of chill out and enjoy. If you're in a nightlife, there's a lot of stuff like that too, but just be warned, in Zagreb and Croatia in general, people still do smoke indoors. So if they're not serving food, if they're only serving drinks, people smoke inside. So if you're not a big smoker, be aware of that. And if you are, then it's great because you have a place to go to. Now we're getting close to this bakery called Amelie. It is one of the most famous bakeries in Zagreb. Very famous. They have this really famous cake. There's always people inside. It's always crowded. I'm going to get a little bit closer to it. It's pretty crowded. They have like sitting area outside. It's still warm enough to be outside now, so most people choose to sit outside, but I usually choose to sit inside. As you can see, it's a little bit crowded in here. They have it's actually pretty quiet in here today. If you guys can see, there's not a lot of people around. So this is the famous cake. It's called the Amelie torta, and most people want to order that when they come in for sure. They also do a variety of macaroons and other kinds of pastries and other things as well. So it's very, very famous. If you come to Zagreb, you definitely must try the Amelie torta, as you can see there, for sure. They also have quiche, as you can see. And it's a very, very beautiful interior as well. It also extends into the back, but I'm not going to go back there today. I'm going to keep walking. As you can see, they have an outdoor sitting space where most people are choosing to sit because it's actually a very nice day today. Oh, this is a new kind of a concept store called Delight. When I was living here, I didn't see this. I think it was something else, something different. So I'm just going to walk down and just see what's going on around here. I actually did an episode of House Hunters United. House Hunters United, exactly, I think it's called. Down here, they featured me in one of their episodes. One of these days, I'll try to link to it. I don't really know where the YouTube link is now. But yeah, I did an episode of House Hunters with a friend of mine here in Zagreb. And so we were down in this area. And so the real estate agency that they used for the show, I think we're coming up on it now. Yeah, we're coming up on it. Yeah, here it is, the Maria Real Estate Agency. Usually Maria, she was our real estate agent on the show. She usually is not in, but I'm going to check to see if she's in today. So we'll see if she's in her office. Sweet Maria was not in, so I can't go in and say hello to her. She's usually not there. This is an amazing burger place. It's called 50 Burgers. I think they have 50 different style of burgers, and I've eaten their burgers a lot when I lived here, and it's actually really, really great. They'll also, if you're not into the whole carb thing, they'll also give you a lettuce leaf, which is really nice. They also, reportedly, they also have some really good cocktails too. This is a famous cevapi place, and cevapi is one of the most traditional foods here in Croatia and Serbia. It's kind of like mincemeat and little, here, I'm just going to show you. It'll be much easier to just show you exactly what it is. So cevapi is technically little sausages made out of mincemeat. and you can see exactly, they'll give you them in pieces of bread, burger, they give you some salad on the side, and this is very, very common food when you come to Croatia. Cevapi is like their local food. This is Konzum. It's one of their grocery stores. Most Croats, if they can, they go to Spar or another grocery store, but Konzum is definitely one of the most famous. I'm actually going to go in here and see if they have some food some sausages, not sausages, but salami that I used to like. Yes, and this is the salami I always used to make my sandwiches out of when I lived here. They have some of the best salami I've ever tried. All apologies to Italy, but outside of Italy, they've had some really amazing salami here. And I always used to take this panona. It was really, really delicious. Now I'm taking you on a walk down Petrinska Street. This is a very, very major street here in Zagreb. As you can see, they have a bunch of cafes and bars and everything out. And as you can see, everybody is sitting outside in the cafe at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, when do the people here work? It's this very, it's funny because I've never seen anything like this on a Monday afternoon. All these places being this busy, basically, in the Monday afternoon, basically, because mostly people usually are at work or at school during this time. But I noticed that in Croatia, that I remembered that they have, for school, they have very different times. They have half of their kids, they go to school in the daytime. There's morning school, and then there's some evening school, basically. So they have a lot of kids, so I think they split up their school times. They do it on a weekly basis. Like, this group of kids goes to school in the morning one week, and then the next week they go to school in the evening, and etc. So they kind of alternate that. So I guess the young people, when they're out, they probably don't go to school until around 2 in the afternoon or something like that. So I guess during the morning and then early on they can go to the coffee shops as well. And of course there's a lot of retirees that, you know, no longer work, so they're in the coffee shop. Okay, so now I'm actually going to be taking you to, I think, Zrinjevac Park. Just going to take a minute to get over there.